Government faces backlash over plans to phase out traditional tumble dryers. Traditional tumble dryers set to be banned in net zero crackdown. Government to push for more energy efficient heat pump tumble dryers to be sold in the UK. That last one's funny because they print these headlines like that's a bad thing. More energy efficient heat pump dryer to be sold in the UK. Anyway, who'd have thought the humble tumble dryer would cause such chaos and headlines from certain parts of the media? So, I've had an old tumble dryer. I've got a new tumble dryer. I've had a heat pump tumble dryer since 2021, and they're just amazing. So I can hopefully add some real world context to all this nonsense. So the bottom line really is a heat pump tumble dryer is better on almost every level. Absolutely. There is nothing I miss from my old condensing tumble dryer. So much so, I wrote an article quite some time ago about the differences between my old condenser and my heat pump tumble dryer on the Energy Stats website. I'll link to that in the show notes. But we'll just do a quick summary over the differences and why the heat pump tumble dryer is better. So, energy usage. A heat pump tumble dryer will use about a quarter of the energy of a condenser. So, why is that? Why are they making out that's a bad thing? For example, the heat pump tumble dryer will run at about 500 watts. It'll just sip 500 watts over the period of the run. Whereas the old condensing boiler used to like 2 kilowatts, like a mini kettle, just running for God knows how long. So one of about the only downside that anyone can pull out of this is that the heat pump tumble dryer runs a little bit longer, which is true. Probably runs about 50% longer than the condensing tumble dryer. But the end outcome is that the heat pump tumble dryer has used a third of the energy of the condensing one. So even though it ran longer, it uses less energy. Again, just a no-brainer really. And because the heat pump tumble dryer runs at 500 watts, it's really good if you've got solar and batteries. You can keep under your inverter limits. That you might be generating enough solar just to cover the heat pump tumble dryer. There's going to be not too many days when you're generating 2 kilowatts to cover the condensing tumble dryer, so you'd be pulling from the grid. So yeah, another tick for the heat pump. The old experience of running the condensing tumble dryer and the room being filled with moisture, the kitchen, you having to crack windows open and doors because it just used to become horrible and stuffy. Heat pump tumble dryer, none of that. Just so much nicer. It runs quieter. The heat pump tumble dryer is quieter. Way less noise than the condenser. The reason why it takes a little bit longer to run is that the heat that it generates is a bit cooler. But that's a good thing because I remember clothes coming out of the condensing tumble dryer like crispy hot. So it treats your clothes with a bit more respect. It's not as harsh and dramatic. Again, another tick for the heat pump tumble dryer. And then because they use about a third of the energy, they're way cheaper to run. So looking at my yearly stats, our heat pump tumble dryer used 137 kilowatt hours of electricity last year. So even at 30p per kilowatt hour, that's about 40 quid. A condensing model would have been 3 times that amount. And then don't forget solar, off-peak tariffs, batteries, can really reduce those running costs down. So I don't always, well, in fact, I don't agree with government mandating things and banning things. Have they really been banned? You almost have to let the technology win. You have to let the better thing win. And on this occasion, the heat pump tumble dryer will win because it is better. Despite what certain sections of the media go ballistic, I think a lot of it is they're just arguing with government. That's basically it. So, heat pump tumble dryers, big tick for me. Had ours for 4 or 5 years. It's been amazing. If you get the opportunity, get one. I don't think you'll regret it. All the details I've talked about here, the differences between the old condenser model and the heat pump model are all in an article on the website, which I'll link into the show notes. And also, I've got full month-by-month breakdown of the tumble dryer alongside the cooker, the fridge, dishwasher, loads of stuff, loads of info to take a look at. I'll link to that in the show notes as well. So with that, we'll finish this one off. If you're enjoying these sort of renewable rambles, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, that will really help us grow. And with that, we'll see you on the next one.